Step 3 in our method is baseline definition. So that's about understanding your as is, what you have today. Most organizations are not coming from a zero starting point. They have something already in place. They may even be doing voluntary reporting already. First, we want to look at the processes that we have. What is our process baseline? And we can use some CI techniques there, such as SIPOC and VSMs, to get a clear view on the as-is processes. Then we need to look at policies.
Companies that has been operating for a while will have some framework of some policies in place already. So what policy does that company have that will be touching relevant ESG topics? So that brings us actually to the next area around, the baseline. So having right and quality data, obviously, we need to understand where we stand in terms of the data that we have, or we need to report on. It is really, really important to get this right because, as we know, it rubbish in, rubbish out. That starting point to make sure our actions are coming from the right place, right? And then also help us monitor our progress along the way. Transparent to the regulators because obviously this is required for compliance, but also being transparent in terms of how we are, how we will be, and how we are progressing in this journey with our customers and our partners.
The next thing you need to look at is the financial effect of material risks. In an earlier step, Knut gave us a few examples of some risks which could be material for an organization. And one of the disclosures you need to provide is what is the financial effect of those? So it's an analysis where you look at the balance sheet and you see what is at risk, which revenue may be at risk in the longer term. So like I say, it's ultimately a disclosure requirement, but it can also give you quite some insight if you do it at this point in the project. So it's very valuable information to have. Now, while you're looking at your balance sheet, you're probably going to want to take a look at your provisions as well.
You go through previous year's annual reports and you go through what's been booked as provisions for those years. And then going forward, when you have done the assessments of the various risks and so on, you can then also use that as a baseline to say, right, do I need to make any further provisions?
And that concludes step 3, our baseline definition.